Hello, this is Sandy McManus with theneedsaribbon.com, and I'm bringing you another edition of Coffee Break, where in 15 minutes or less, we will create a card or some other type of project. In other words, in the time that it takes for you to drink your cup of coffee on work or whatever. Mine is just beans today because I've already had most of the coffee I should have. Yeah, some days are like that. Someday I probably need a coffee break for my coffee break. Okay, so this is the card we're going to make today, and it uses our double oval punch and this Oval Occasions stamp set, which is in one of these all-purpose stamp sets. It's got bunnies, which could be used for a variety of occasions. So lucky to know you. Just some little flowers, hearts, stars, a little treat for you, hugs and kisses. Thank you for your kindness, sweet friend, welcome little one, happy birthday. They kind of pair up too. So, you know, there's a lot of versatility in this, and you could almost call it a two-step stamping set too, because you could stamp the hearts with sweet friend, you know, a lot of mix and match. But for today, we're going to focus on the bunnies and the flowers and the happy birthday. I did not have an Easter greeting that quite fit this, but it's that time of year. So the instructions, like all my coffee break videos, will be posted at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. And let's get started. So for this card, we're going to need some basic black cardstock for the base. I have pre-cut mine to 4 1/4 by, well, again, the instructions, the measurements will be at the end. 4 1/4 by, it's about 8 1/4. And then scored at, would it be 5 1/2? So that's that. I have a white layer of cardstock for that. And I have pre-cut my DSP. In fact, this one, I have another one. This one actually has been pre-Winkastella'd. I think I have a blank one. Yes. And it uses, again, supplies at the end, the bumblebee kind of gingham ribbon. Has kind of a scallopy edge. And some of our basic Stampin' Up markers. This color is Flirty Flamingo. That's Bumblebee. Black, Just Jade. White. That's primarily what's in this card. Okay, let's get started. So I have pre-cut and pre-scored my paper. Again, I just want to show you how to make one of these cards. Now, on mine, I went in with our Wink of Stella pen and highlighted all the yellow flowers. I just thought the card needed, anytime you use a fair amount of black, your objects, cards, whatever it is, kind of flatten out. So that's why I often will add, not that I'm a big glitter nut, not that I'm not either. You know, it just adds a little bit of texture and dimension when you've got such a flat, and see, that didn't take very long at all. Such a flat, and that stuff dries fairly fast. Yep, already dry. But I like this piece better because it has more yellow. So we're going to use this one anyway. And let's go ahead and get started. And let's glue. Actually, I forgot my bone folder. Didn't forget it. I just forgot to grab it. Oh, piddle paddle. So we'll just use that to burnish that score line. And let's just go ahead and avoid the rush and glue this on already. This was paper. My video was delayed, but this was paper that was free during Celebration 2021, January and February of 2021. It's beautiful paper. Flowering Fields might have been the name. Again, supplies at the end. Now let's go ahead and stamp our greetings. I'll put that away for a minute. And, oh boy. Sandra a pause. Sorry about that pause. I had to get my ink pad. Normally I keep one on my filming table, and apparently I had moved it. I've been doing a lot of rearranging in my studio, so stuff is not always where I think it's going to be. So I'm going to use this little bunny, which I didn't clean up because I knew I was going to use it today. I just used it last night. And first off, we're going to stamp the bunny on a piece of white scrap. And we're not going to punch it out right away, because it's easier to color in something when it's on the card base, you know, when it's on the base paper. So we are done with bunny. And for the sake of speed, we're not going to clean them up right now. Next, we need the little partial flowers for that element. And I don't care how it's mounted on my brick, because I'm going to rotate it anyway a little bit for the corner. And we'll clean up later. And then how about, instead of for this one, we will do Sweet Friend. Sweet Friend. Sweet Friend, which apparently I have not used. And we will put that somewhere in the middle, like that. And I believe that is done with, we are done with our stamping, and I can set this all aside for now. And let's get our coloring game going. So for this one, I am using our 2020 to 2022 in color Stampin' Up markers, and a Flirty Flamingo and a basic gray of our Stampin' Up markers. And so I did the leaves in the Just Jade. We'll just go in and do our leaves. And with the brush tip end, it goes very fast. See, look at that. I'm almost done. And let's not forget our little bunny element. And be sure to pause if you're following along. Makes it easier. So for this one, I kind of made the flowers look like daisies, lazy Susans, whatever you want to call it. I did a yellow outer flower and a gray inner, because the gray went with the paper. I mean, I know technically the flowers usually have a brown inner, but we're not trying for realism. We're just trying to make it look nice. So that's why I made that color choice. Now we'll come in with our gray and do our flower centers. And bunny is Flirty Flamingo. Did I do the tails? Nope, I left the tails all fluffy white. And so I hope you enjoy this fresh, springy looking card. Be sure, if you like the layout, be sure to substitute your own products. That, you know, part of why I share this stuff is either the products, the layouts, the ideas, a lot of reasons. Okay, so we are done with bunny, and so I pulled in the Flirty Flamingo for these two flowers, and it looks like I actually did use the little fine end to color in the little dots above the flower. Okay, I'm going to put my markers aside because they roll around and make noise. And let's get this attached to our card base, because there's no time like the present to get that down. But just see how much easier that was to not attach it right away. That way if you make a mistake, you can recut your cardstock, etc. So part of why I like a narrow strip of cardstock, because I'm going, it just makes it easier and there's less waste. So there's that. There's this one. And in my bag of tricks, I did. So I use the layering ovals dies also. Thank goodness. So let's get this all adhered together. And then I pop that up with dimensionals. Again, black or dark cards tend to recede, so I like to add a little lift where I can. I just feel that it kind of needs that. And then I'm going to attach this on the edge. So there are two ways to do this. There's just guessing where your stuff goes, or you could do this method and make sure you put 2 dimensionals on the top half and put 2. You don't need this many dimensionals, but if you want to make sure that things are attached in the right place. See, I put that close to the edge because I know my element will definitely cover that. And that puppy is down there forever. Now the only thing we need, put my glue away, the only thing we need to add now is our bow. And I have pre-tied a bow in the bumblebee ribbon. So I'm going to go ahead and attach that with mini glue dots. And I often like to use 2, did I get that? Yep, I did. 2 glue dots for my bows. And there you have it. Your coffee break springy card. Thank you for joining me. You may stay tuned for the instructions, and you may find me at www.needsaribbon.com. Bye from Sandy.